Hello everyone, welcome sa aking live drawing and ngayon lang ako nag-live ng hindi gabi kasi walang magawa. So I decided na ituloy itong portrait na to using Prismacolor Premier Colored Pencils. And this project or sa mga hindi pa nakapanood sa channel ko ay tinatry ko yung light skin tone and yung parang fair, yung walang masyadong shadows. Katulad nito, Korean skin tone. So, I'm blocking in my shadows. So, sa Prismacolor, ang ginagamit ko ay burnishing technique na gustong-gustong ginagamit sa mga smooth skin tone. And yung gamit kong paper ngayon dito sa aking Prismacolor drawing ay Strathmore Bristol 300 series smooth surface. So kahit na maputi yung skin tone, gumagamit pa rin ako ng mga dark brown sa mga shadows. Kasi importante to para mas maging realistic yung drawing. Kailangan ma-build natin yung shadows sa simula pa lang ng drawing. Pero dito sa nostrils ay put black first. And then I'm gonna layer this dark brown. I think this is the sepia brown on top of the black para hindi naman masyadong black na black yung nostrils. Hello, Jeff Art Portrait. Hello, welcome dito sa aking first ever na daytime live drawing. So the concentration of dark shadows ay nandito sa part na to. Very little na lang dito sa bridge. Lorely D. Hello po, ano po ang usual na colors gamit nyo for skin tones and for burnishing din? Yung mga talagang hindi nawawala yung mga anong tawag dito, yung mga sosyal na pangalan ng colored pencils katulad ng mga burnt ochre, burnt sienna, sienna brown, hindi mawawala yung mga raw umber, ah, yung mga any dark brown, hindi yan nawawala kasi yun yung pag-build ng mga shadows, eh. So, pero meron akong isang sa Prismacolor, kung merong isang super na hindi nawawala talaga sa ano, sa sa Prismacolor, sa lahat ng skin tone parang bagay lahat yung itong clay rose. Ayan, clay rose. Maganda ito for mid-tones, yung pinaka general color ng skin. So, nasa middle siya. So, clay rose. Marcel Chenier. Thank you po for sharing your technique, sir. Very much appreciated. Your work as always outstanding. Thank you. Thank you so much for appreciating Marcel Chenier. Chenier. I cannot stress enough the importance of shadows in the drawing. So that's why I always start by blocking in the shadows. Lorely D. Cleros, welcome, Lorely. Jeff Art Portrait, paper. This is Strathmore Bristol 300 series smooth surface. Marcel Chenier, Jeff, have you found using he's asking, ano, Jeff. Ay, sorry. Nabitawan ko siya, so nabali yung dulo. Have you found using, okay, you're asking me, have you found using a grid or projector useful for plotting out your images before applying color? I used to use grid method and a projector, but the projector doesn't work that much, especially when you use thick paper. So I stopped using it. And grid method, I use it on commission portraits, but since I need to make the sketch faster, that's why I just use a faster tracing technique for my outlines only for the YouTube videos because I want to concentrate on teaching about the layering and the burnishing and the building of shadows and everything. And I don't want to spend too much time on the grid method on my YouTube channel. But whenever I do commission portraits, I always go back to the grid method, which is the best, still the best method uh, for creating perfect outlines for realistic drawing. But there are kinds of art style that doesn't need a perfect outline, like the looser style. You can use freehand, but typically when you do commission portraits, you really need a perfect outline. So projector, I no longer use it because I couldn't see the image on the projector, especially if the paper is thick. Lorelei D, also, do you put fixative or for colored pencils once everything is done? No, I don't. I don't put fixatives, especially I don't. Over the years, I didn't really see the need personally because I'm afraid that it might affect the I don't know, but maybe I need to try it, but maybe in the future. But for the past years, I haven't used any fixative because I'm afraid that it can yung parang maiba niya yung composition or magkaroon ng chemical reaction sa chemical ng fixative. Hello, HHM Arts, Marcel Chen, I understand. Welcome, welcome, Marcel. HHM Arts, sir, can we draw portrait of size 3 or 5 feet with colored pencils? Definitely, you can do it, although it's going to be it's going to consume lots and lots of hours, even months. I think if it's that big, and it should be very expensive. So I'm still here using my sepia brown to block in the dark shadows, especially in this lower part of the nose. And I want to extend the dark shadow right here in the side of the nose, but I vary the pressure that I use whenever I use dark colors. I tend to put a little bit pressure on darker areas and then light pressure if you want to have shadows, but you don't want to make it very dark. So right here, I can see some dark shadows on top of the nostril, but it's not very dark, so I'm gonna layer the pencil very lightly. As you can see, I hold the pencil in towards the end because I just want to make a really nice light shadow, even though I'm using this dark sepia brown. HHMR study. Do you also try one big portrait of 4-bit Prismacolor tutorial. I tried using it, but not colored pencils. Doing the big portraits, but not yet with colored pencils because that's gonna consume lots of colored pencils, and I don't want to because I have a lot of other tutorials coming up, so I don't want to invest too much pencil on big portraits. HHM art, sir. When what made you be used for making big portraits, if not color pencils? Usually charcoal pencils, and pastels because they are quicker to use with big portraits, and they produce very nice images also. Charcoal pencils and pastel pencils. HHM art, sir, can we use homemade fixative for color pencils? Means mixture of water and glue. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of if you can do that. I don't have any experience with fixative. HHM arts, which color you applied first on nose gray or dark brown? This is sepia. It's called sepia. Marcel Chenier, BM, did you use photo editing to adjust colors to make your subject pop a bit more? I do. It's the basic. What's do you call that? Uh, Editing tool on the computer on the PC. It's I just use Photoscape. Sometimes I use it to add a little bit contrast, or if I want to make it a little bit less saturated, so I adjust the saturation a little bit. Yeah, the Photoscape is what I used on my PC. Now I'm delicately putting very light of this because this is a very dark pencil. It's I think it's the second darkest to the black that you can get, the sepia. And I don't want to overly use it, especially I'm drawing Asian light skin tone, so I just use it very delicate on the skin just to build on the subtle dark shadows, uh, particularly here on the side of her nose right here. It's has even if it is you can you might think that your reference photo is already just white and you can just leave the whiteness of the paper for that. That's not the case when you draw. Even the lightest skin tone, it still has shadows. So you really have to build on the shadows, even if you need to use very light uh, pressure or light layering technique right here. And you don't need to put too much or heavy shadows, but there are still shadows if you try to look at your reference photo. So do not just make the skin tone light because it's not going to be realistic. When you finish a portrait, sometimes you think that you are doing it very dark, and but if especially if you add the hair, everything becomes considerably lighter. That it doesn't look realistic because you thought that it is fair or light skin tone. Welcome, HHM Arts. So do not be fooled by the reference photo that it might seem it might look light, but when you try to look at it, it has really shadows on it that you really need to carefully build on, like what I'm doing right now. You might think that I'm quite slow on this process. Yeah, I intentionally try to keep it slow to really build my shadows, even if the shadows are light shadows or the shadows are not uh, considerably dark compared to other type of skin tone. Wow, thank you, HHM Arts. Thank you, and I am happy to help. Ravi or Ravi Hansora, love from India. Hello, Ravis or Ravi Hansora from India. Marcel Chenier, I agree it is difficult to find someone that is so helpful sharing their experience. Thank you from Canada. Wow, you are from Canada. Marcel Chenier. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wonder what time it is right now in Canada because here in the Philippines it's 12:49 p.m. Rather noon, afternoon. 12:49 in the afternoon. Marcel Chenier. It is 9:49 p.m. Wow. HHM Arts, sir, how to become full-time portrait artist? Please guide us. I'm not sure. It depends on every individual. If you find yourself being able to put up your life as to go full-time, that's a nice option. But there are artists who, especially here in the Philippines, art is not very lucrative. So that's why artists here most artists cannot do art full time because it doesn't pay as much as they don't earn as much money compared to regular jobs. That's why a lot of artists here couldn't find enough time to fulfill the dream of being an artist. So even if some artists here have jobs, they find time to pursue the art. Some artists just leave art, just uh, had to do the full time job to earn money and just forget about being an artist for a while. And yeah, it really depends. If it really depends on your ability to earn. If it is going to be enough the earnings, so it's going to be if the art is going to be lucrative, or if you can uh if you can afford living your life comfortably by going full time, that's with art or with portraiture or with commission portraits, then that's very nice. But it's case to case basis, depends on your priority, depends on your aspiration as a person. Me personally, I couldn't say I'm a full-time artist because I still have a business where I can get some revenue for to go on with my life. And but I can say that compared to a lot of other artists, I have more time doing art. Right now, it's more focused here on YouTube because uh, I can earn money also here on YouTube, but I still have other jobs to get some money from. And it's okay. Going full time is okay, but it really depends on your situation. If being full time can give you can support your life, can support everything that you need in your life, then being going full time is a really nice thing to do as an artist. Marcel Chenier, BMD, I have been working for a few years with pen and ink. I would like to start working with colored pencil quite soon. I have been practicing for a couple of months to develop my technique. Wow, that's very good. That's very good because I haven't tried working on pen and ink, but I find it a good art. I find it a very, I don't know, it's really nice kind of art that is, I envy those who can do the pen and ink arts. Those are some kind of a high kind of art. And yeah, I'm happy that you're trying again to do colored pencils. That's also great. When I think about pen and ink, I'm thinking about like Japanese arts, which are very expensive and very high class or high kind of art. Kalakal Vlogs, I need a video how to pick colors. I ask you mostly all the stream. Please upload a long video on it. Helps a lot to me and the others. I already uploaded, I think, a video, but I couldn't remember what is what is it. But uh, I'll try to recall. Uh, I'll try to do what your request to do that kind of tutorial, but it's quite challenging because reference photos are different and colors will be different in uh, every drawing or in every photo. But let me try to do a little study on picking colors that would reflect or that would determine not specific colors but basic colors to use for skin tone, because when you say specific colors that couldn't happen because uh, we need every set of portrait has different colors to be used. Marcel Chenier BMD, I have been trying different colored pencils, Polychromos, Pablo, Luminance, and Derwent Lighthouse. Wow, those are pretty uh, strong colored pencils to use. The only pencil that I was able to use in your sets is the Polychromos. The Luminance and the Derwent Light Fast are still on my bucket list. I hope to be able to acquire them as soon as possible. Marcel Chenier, I have been using Prismacolor to practice technique. I know they are a bit different, but the other ones are too expensive to mess around with. Agree that I really agree with that. Ravi Hansora. Sir, can I see the reference photo ads here? This is the reference photo. Marcel, Chenier, BMD, do you have a regular schedule for when you go live? I actually don't, but it really depends on my mood and it depends on my time also. But yeah, I don't have usual uh, time or date. But I try to, what do you call this, to advertise it early. Uh, well, I might try to make it a little bit early, the announcement of the live, so my subscribers will be informed early. Marcel, Chanel, no problem. It would probably be the same way. It's good to catch you when we can. That's nice to hear. Rava and Sora, this is black black color or brown color, sir? This is sepia. It's called sepia. Sepia brown. This is the French gray, the second layer that I need for the shadows.